Welcome to Stova.
Once I had purchased that booth, I could be added to that ERC, and once I'm added to the ERC, I would simply get an email with a magic link that brings me into the ERC portal and has my primary contact for this exhibiting company. When I'm in the ERC here, you'll be able to notice those messages along the top. These are messages that you can provide to the exhibitors about important information at the event. So whether registration is open, they're behind on tasks, there's been a change of some kind, that messaging can all take place within the platform here. You can also provide different quick links depending on what information you'd like to provide, a link out to a floor plan, the ability to change profile details in here. All of these different actions can be taken as part of that portal from the exhibitor manager or one of the users that the exhibiting manager has added. So just depending on how you want this kind of experience to work, there's definitely some flexibility on the different links, action items, details that you want to provide that are going to be most important to your exhibitors. This just helps cut down on the questions that you're going to get within the portal. One of the other key parts of the platform is going to be handling registrations as that exhibitor manager. This is where I can utilize and see all of my different passes that are associated with my package. You can set those up as a default so that when they're assigned that package, they have X amount of complimentary passes of each different type. You can then manipulate those based on the exhibitor negotiations and add or remove different options. They can actually register people right here in the portal, either one at a time or via a kind of a mass option. But this means that I don't ever have to leave that portal to get those exhibitor additional passes or booth staff members signed up in the platform. This is tied directly to our registration and does create them within the platform so that they can get badges, check in, and do all of that normal stuff as well. So there is a two-way sync with our registration from this component of the ERC. If there are passes that require payments, you can also process those as part of the portal. This is just to show you some other options within the portal here. You've got your exhibitor manual where you can provide additional details or FAQs. You can upload those different exhibitor users, whether they be full admins, just task users, or a ERC user, which is like an admin, but just can't manage other users or registrations. So there's lots of different actions that can be taken by the exhibiting manager here, including links to external web pages and managing the tasks as part of the process. You can assign those different tasks, once again, based off different packages or customize tasks for different add-ons that they may have purchased. The tasks kind of fall into three main buckets. You've got file upload tasks where you can have a document required as part of a task completion. You can have informational tasks where you're just providing information to people and they're reviewing it and saying, yes, I have done this action. Or we have poll options which allow you to create actual questionnaires and capture information as part of a specific task itself. This is just kind of walking you through those three examples here. The other thing that is nice from the exhibitor manager side of things is I can assign these tasks to different users to help with it. So maybe I need logos and descriptions and things that marketing may be involved in. Well, I can assign that marketing user that I created, and when they log in, they will see the tasks that are assigned to them and know that they should be completing those. You can also set due dates, reviews, and lots of other options about these tasks to ensure that you are getting the info that you need as part of that process. Now we've kind of switched views a little bit here, and this is going to be in the admin side of things. So now I'm looking at this from the event organizer side of setting this ERC portal up. I definitely have reporting and dashboards to be able to help me see what's going on in the portal, how many tasks have been completed, how many registrations, how many users are in there, as well as setting the look and feel of that portal up. The different banners, logos, colors, detailed information, different modules that can be turned on, as well as the standard and custom fields that are a part of this process. You also have the ability to customize that dashboard, as I mentioned, with different event content, different login links, different code settings. If you have sponsorship packages you want to link back to, there's many different things that you can build in here as different tiles or cards to provide that information, including those event banner notifications, which can be added on that tab right there. This is where you would be able to come in and create new exhibitors or add those exhibiting companies and import those original users, as well as create your different company types or packages. This is where you're setting up those defaults. So you get to say how many are available, what the names are, what passes they get, and how many of each pass they get as a part of that package. Once it's assigned, it can be adjusted for the individual exhibitor. You also have the ability to create those unlimited tasks that I was mentioning. You can create different task categories so they're organized in the proper fashion. And then you come in here and just simply choose the task type that you want to create and then fill in the following details: the task name, the description, the category you want it to fall under, as well as some of those other options I mentioned earlier: specific due dates with reviews. Do I want to lock this after the review or after the due date has happened? Are there different files or attachments I need to have as part of this? And do I need to actually ask any specific questions in that poll type of option? Here's where you would be able to see the flexibility in assigning the tasks to the different packages by default, to everyone by default, or to specific exhibitors or multiple exhibitors in that list. From the admin point of view, you also have the ability to fully customize that registration experience, including the registration types or ticket types that are going to be a part of this. So what passes are you giving away? Are they full comp? Do they have a cost associated with them? And what different pricing do you need for the ones that have costs associated with them? Early, late, on-site, are there different tiers? Well, that can certainly be set up in here as part of registration as well. Here we have some reports. Within the platform, you'll be able to easily access those different reports and see dashboards or visualizations of them as you saw earlier, but you can also download those reports as part of the platform. So I can export this information if I need to, and you'll see there's quite a few different reports that you can access. These will all be Excel file downloads. You also have the ability to customize the communications associated with the portal, so you can create different look and feels. That's what the skeleton template is, as well as the different emails themselves. You just simply come in here and create the email. It'll use the different templates that you've created for the look and feel, and then you can change that content as part of that process.